For Filipino-American History Month, we're taking a look at a new documentary about a pioneering rock band that broke racial and gender boundaries. Here's a quick look.
They're like my sisters. I've known them since I was 16. Being in a rock band gave us a place to belong. We were all different together.
FANNY, formed by two Filipina-American sisters, took San Francisco by storm in the early 70s, releasing 5 albums and winning praise from stars like David Bowie and Bonnie Raitt.
Now, though they were the first all-woman band to release an album on a major label, they've been largely left out of rock history. But with this new film, FANNY's members are setting the record straight. Joining us now is one of the band's founding members, June Millington. June, good morning. We are so happy to have you joining us. Thank you for your time. So first, just tell us, how did you feel watching this documentary and revisiting that time?
Well, it's interesting. I wrote an autobiography, and in it, the way I got into our experience was I knew that we were in an orb. We were in our own orb back in '64 when we started the band. So it was interesting to see it now in the light of day when everything is so different and people can accept us for who we are or who we were, actually.
Take us back to when you first started playing music in the 60s and 70s. What was the rock scene like then, especially for women and people of color? How did audiences respond?
Well, at first they hated the idea. Of course, I mean, they couldn't even accept that girls would be playing electric instruments whatsoever. I mean, there was nothing to, there was nothing in their recognition system to take us in. But the second we started to play, and we started to play the hits of the day, like Apples, Peaches, Pumpkin Pie, In the Midnight Hour, you know, stuff like that, really great dance songs, they would rush to the dance floor and they would forget we were girls. So what I'm saying is that we were really good, you know, and Filipinos are known as some of the best musicians in the world. And I think that's in our DNA. And it was really easy for us to pick up, you know, on the songs like Do You Believe in Magic? And by the way, John Sebastian is a friend of ours today. So, you know, it's really been quite the arc where we've also kept in touch with people.
June, I love the way you said that. There was nothing in their recognition system to take us in. And then it was just about how good you were. I mean, that's incredible. Yes. I think record labels, I mean, especially back then, but even now sort of have this reputation, whether it's true or not, for tightly controlling a band's image. What did you feel was expected of you as an all-woman rock and roll band?
You know, I think it was so unusual for us to even be trying it, but we were really working hard, that the company didn't try to control us too much, because we did really well with the first album, you know, where our drummer Alice, it was the last photo of the session, and he said, I'm just going to take a shot, and she just grabbed me from behind, right? And that's kind of a famous shot. But, you know, the record company didn't try to really control us until they thought we weren't selling enough albums after our 4th album. And we went on the road in 1973, and they made us wear these sort of glam rock outfits, which frankly I hated. I couldn't stand being, I don't know, I felt like I was being stuffed into a persona that I was not, and I could not fill those shoes, you know. I felt like I needed to be genuine. I never tried to play guitar like I was a guy, for example. I played the guitar the way June Millington plays guitar, and a lot of people love it even now. You know, all my best friends from back then, you know, Skunk Baxter from Steely Dan and Doobie Brothers, and Elliot Randall, you know, all these great guitar players who were making up the guitar sound that's now considered to be classic rock. We were all making it up back then, you know.
How cool is that?
It wasn't history to us. It was like, wow, listen to this.
Oh, it's so neat. You made it classic, even while doing something that was so different at the time. June, so cool. Thank you for your time this morning. We're so excited for you and for this documentary.
Thank you so much.
Great to
I'll
talk
see you
to you
again.